Students, now let us move on to the next chapter, chapter 7 in the unit 2, forms of business organization. Chapter 7 is cooperative organization. What do I mean by this cooperative organization? A cooperative is a form of business organization which is owned and controlled by the people who use its products, supplies, or services. In short, it may be called as these cooperative movements are by the people, for the people, and for the benefits of the uplift of the economic condition of the downtrodden people. Okay, these cooperatives were formed to meet the specific objective of the members, from which it is clear that profit is not a main objective. Cooperatives are useful for promoting the interest of the less powerful members of the society, farmers, producers, consumers, workers. They found it beneficial to have a cooperative society to contribute their products in the society and make the sales or purchase, whatever it is, and the benefits, the profit arise out of this business will be equally distributed among themselves. Then, although this cooperative movement is a famous one nowadays, it was first started by a person called Robert Owen. See, in the year 1844 in England, so in an industry, that is after the industrial revolution only these cooperative societies came to existence. So he just started, or he just formed a consumer cooperative society in England with the 28 workers as members called Rockdale Society of Equitable Pioneers, which means all are treated as equal. No one is no one is superior or owner or whatever it is. All are treated equally. They will contribute their work, products, and other things. They will share the profits are also among themselves equally. So usually these cooperative societies are meant for in the fields of farming, marketing, processing, housing, transport, insurance, fisheries, poultry, dairying, etc. So these cooperative societies, no doubt, are playing a vital role in improving the economic standards and standard of living of the people. Now let us see the definition of this cooperative societies. The first one is given by H. Calvert. He says that cooperation is the form of organization in which persons voluntarily associate together as human beings on the basis of equality for the promotion of the economic interest of themselves. That is voluntary association. No one would compel anyone to join in the cooperative society. And equal interest means if the cooperative society is for the farming, means all the farmers would have interest in that. And it is for the weaving, means weaving cooperative society means weavers will be the members of the society likewise. Then another one definition is also given, Sir Horace Plunkett. He says that cooperation is better farming, better business, and better living. So in India, we have the cooperative society, so many cooperative societies. Mainly we can say that Indian Coffee House, Mother Dairy, etc. Now let us move on to the next topic, principles of cooperation. First one is voluntary and open membership. As it is said earlier, it is a voluntary thing. No one would compel you. So the membership is also open to the persons, those who have common interest and those who live in particular region or particular area. So in spite of, without the gender, social, racial and political difference, anyone who want to become a member can join this cooperative organization. Then next one is democratic member control. Democracy will be followed to the fullest extent in these cooperatives. No one would dominate the other persons in any respect. Next one is members' economic participation. So all the members contribute equally to and democratically control the capital of the cooperative. The benefits, the members will get the benefits equally among themselves. The next principle of cooperation is autonomy and independence. What I mean by autonomous, the cooperatives are autonomous. They need not depend on any other form of business organization and other things. Self-help organizations controlled by their members. No, that is much legal formalities are not there, and of course they have to comply to some rules and regulations formed by the government in this respect. See, if the cooperative organization enter into agreements with other organizations and it can raise the capital from external sources, some rules should have to be followed. Then education, training, and information. See, these cooperatives always have the that is knowledge transfer or education is given to the people. That is, if the farmers have formed one cooperative society, means the experts would come and educate those farmers how to make improve the yield in their agriculture field, what are the manures they can use, so many, how they can control the pest attacks and like that. And training is also given if it is needed, and all the informations in their that is field will be updated to them then and there. Next one is cooperation among the cooperatives. So these cooperatives will serve as a that is cooperative measures among the members. Cooperatives serve their members more effectively and strengthen the cooperative movement by working together. Concern for the community. So while focusing on the member needs, cooperatives works for the sustainable development of communities through policies and programs accepted by the members. So these are the principles of cooperation.